Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Scooter Rock, NG Portrait Places. I'm here at a place at Fosterfields, which is this building that you can see behind me, which I just recently discovered about. And I'm here with Rachel Ellie. So she helped to come out. We took some photos together, so you're going to see some of the photos of her here as the portrait examples. So anyway, a little bit about this building. If you look up Fosterfields historical land site, it's historical farmland, I believe it is. So it's Fosterfields Historical Farms, which is in Morristown, New Jersey. And I found it through the place that I just posted about, which is the Bridget Smith house. So the people that are doing the restorations there, when you go to the website for renovations, there's other projects and properties that come up, and that's how I found out about Fosterfields. So when you learn about Fosterfields, you see that it's a farmland, and it's the living farmland, so there's living animals here, and most of the photos that you see are from that area. Most people don't know about this building that's up here in the hill. So that's the point of this, is that it's an untapped location as part of the public park. So it's part of MarsParks.net, which is very similar to the Cooper Grist Mill that I talked about. Fralinghuysen Arboretum is part of the Mars Parks. So they're always great photography locations to do photo shoots at. The difference is that Fralinghuysen Arboretum, because they're an arboretum, they do have a permit, whereas in Cooper Mill and this place does not. So that's good. So I'm going to show you some of the property. We're going to walk around a little bit, and then you're going to see some of these great photos that we did here with Rachel. So. All right, so anyway, once again, I want to thank Rachel Ellie for coming out. So she has to now head back to work. Here walking back to her car down there. So anyway, I'm going to show you a little bit about the property, around the property, kind of show you some of the spots that we did. So we're now showing you the house. Let me just switch the view here. All right, so this is the back side of the house, I believe. So we'll show you the front. So but along the back side, let's go around here. Down, and you got one of these cool stairs right here. So these stairs, it's good because it lines up right with the building. So we took some photos here. There's nice good grass, so you can even probably sit a family there and then have the building behind them. But I kind of like the stairs here. So getting some photos here on the stairs, I think worked out really well. So I'm excited about editing those. You know, you get a nice, good central photo of the building as well behind them. So, all right, let's walk around. There's some stairs in the back too, but I thought the stairs themselves were kind of a little bit dirty and grimy. So this is the offices for Community Foundation of New Jersey, which is cfnj.org, and I think what they're doing is they're responsible for doing all the funding and finding donors and connecting donors with properties like this. So we're now walking to the front of the building. So this is the front of the building, which looks awesome. So we used some of the doorway here, which was really cool. So I'm excited about how this photo is going to come out. We use some of this area as well. All right, so let me just show you what's here on the sign here. So Topsides. So built in 1916 for Henry Harry Rowan Rawle and Mary Cozine Lethbridge Rawle. Topsides was designed by Harry Thomas Lindbergh, one of America's most prominent architects. Also designed several other architecturally distinguished homes in Morris Township, Harding Township, and other nearby communities. 75 Topsides was donated to the Morris County Park Commission by its then owners Osgood Vosch Tracy and Pauline Crawfield Tracy. Topsides is on the New Jersey and National Registers as a contributing element of the Washington Valley Historic District. So the name of this place is, I guess, called Topsides, which is part of the Fosterfields Living Historic Farm, and it's the home of the Community Foundation. So that's the front of the building, and we're going to go down over to the other side real quick. So this building that we're at now was donated by the family that originally owned the property to them, and they lived in this other house, which is still privately owned. So we can't take photos over by the actual bigger historic building. which is back there. So I'm going to show you that part real quick. So over back there, back there is a private property, so we can't take photos back at that house, which apparently has the historic stables and all that kind of stuff. Here's the other side of this building. So you can take some photos up against this building too. Here's the stairs. Whew. Getting pretty windy out. So this is where the you can see where the parking is. So you would follow the signs for Fosterfields, and then the Fosterfields farm, which is open on the weekends. You go past up the hill and keep following the hill all the way around until you get to this parking lot. So this parking lot is where you park for this building. So and then just walk up. But look at these stairs. That's a good way to start your photo shoot or end your photo shoot. So with that, I'm going to finish this part of the video. I'm going to go take it down to that stone archway and show you some of that as well. So all right, let's go. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Scooter Roth. So I'm here now at the front of Fosterfields, which is the main part of the farm. Now this part is only open on weekends, and when you look up Fosterfields, this is mostly what you learn about. I'm going to be rating this place. If you look on NG Portrait Places, you'll sit back and see how I have a rating system. And the idea is kind of like a Yelp or a Wedding Wire. I want other photographers to go to the website, review these locations, go check them out, do photo sessions at them, and then leave reviews. So I'm giving this location a 4 out of 5 stars. So obviously I love the look of the building. I love the access to it, the lack of a permit. I like the stairs. You know, there's a lot of there's some good variety to it. So what are some of the things that I think would help maybe kick it up to 5? One of them is that the overall coloring of the building around it kind of looks similar, right? So once you kind of did one angle, you kind of did all the others, right? So it would be nice if maybe that garage area maybe had a pattern or something on it to change it up, or maybe the little gazebo area was painted a little bit different, or it was white or something, just to give it a little bit of a variety in color-wise. Number 2, because it's part of Mars Parks, there's no dogs allowed, so not a lot of family sessions have dogs. So the fact that there is no dogs, you know, can be problematic. So, you know, little things like that I think would keep it from going up to a 5. But if you saw today how I talked about the it's a place called the Bridget Smith House, where I learned a little bit about the thing called the Women's Heritage Trail. So the Women's Heritage Trail is 96 properties in New Jersey that honor women's history here in New Jersey. So this place is also part of that too here at Fosterfield. So I'm going to show you real quick the sign that's here. So you can see a little bit here about the Women's Heritage Trail. So the Fosterfield Living Historical Farm, a working farm run by the Morris County Park Commission, is open to the public for self-guided tours April through October, which is basically what we're in right now. We're basically on a self-guided tour right now. The former owner of the farm, Caroline Foster, gave the property to the Park Commission upon her death. Miss Foster was born in Brooklyn in 1977, but lived at Fosterfields for about 98 of her 102 years. Fosterfields is one of the earliest estate farms in Morristown and was known for its breeding of Jersey cows. The site reflects Miss Foster's life as both a woman groomed in all the social graces of all the time and as an independent businesswoman. She learned the rudiments of farming from her father, Charles Foster, as well as the art of investing wisely in stocks and bonds to maintain the property. She was an expert carpenter, building a small cottage, her temple of the abiding peace on the property in 1916. Visitors will learn that her home, the Willows, and her farm reflect the social and agricultural history of Morristown from 1880 to 1930. The site is on the New Jersey National Register of Historic Places. So where it says her home, the Willows, that was that private property home that I talked about that's, you know, on the site, but it's still a private home now. And then where I showed you the Topsides, I think was a guest house of hers, and that she donated to the park, the Mars Parks. So most of today was about Topsides, but again, there's also this the actual farm itself. that you could probably do photo session to. And then if you look online, you will see a building that's in some photos that kind of has a Gothic revival look to it. That's a building that I think they use for events. So I haven't found much information about that part of the property as well, but you can learn a little bit about that. So anyway, that's my review of the Fosterfields historic living farmhouse, and a little bit of information about this. So again, I'm giving it a 4, but definitely worth checking out. And thank you again to Rachel Ellie.